how to increase the consumption of the rubber, of para rubber. The thicker of the para rubber should be higher than the surface. 1 kilometer of road, I consume about 10,000 or 12,000 tons of the rubber.
Sawadika, welcome to Thailand today. I'm Kusuma Yotasmut as your host. Thai researchers have made para rubber soil cement from rubber latex. This mixed latex is then used to make new roads at considerably lower cost than concrete or asphalt. Using this new material also takes considerably less time to build. The financial and physical benefits are reportedly to outweigh traditional road construction method. The material is already being held at the right solution that comes at the right juncture to help rubber growers who are battered by low price. Is para rubber soil cement the miracle material for local rubber growers? What needs to be done if Thailand is to take it seriously? Thailand today will hear from Assistant Professor Dr. Rapeephun Dangtungee, Assistant to the Dean for Industrial Corporations, King Mongkut's University of Technology, North Bangkok, about polymer soil cement. Please join me to welcome Assistant Professor Dr. Rapeephun Dangtungee, Assistant to Dean for Industrial Corporation, Thai German Graduate School of Engineering, King Mongkut's University of Technology, North Bangkok. Sawadika. Very welcome to Thailand today, sir. Well, you have a lot to talk about, especially First of all, I would like to congratulate. Should I congratulate for the Thailand progression on this kind of thing?
Thank you so much. This is just like the researcher to the why of the people can solve the problem. Right now it should be the hot issue, right?
Exactly, exactly. Because for what you are doing for the country of Thailand and for the farmer. I mean, but they don't call farmer, they were rubber plantation.
Right.
That's going to be very good.
Right now in Thailand is the first one of the production of the rubber. But right now it should be the price should be very, very low. That's why it should be a problem in Thailand.
Interesting. Our audience in 177 countries, we are talking about Thailand, especially this education institute, moving on from doing the para rubber into soil cement.
Right.
So that's very good. So my first question is, what is a para rubber soil cement?
This is the direct of the spelling. The spelling comes from para rubber, soil and cement.
Okay.
That three merge it together. This we call it the new of the road that combine of para rubber. There are a lot of put it in para rubber inside the road. That's why we call that para rubber and soil cement.
In fact, Thailand has been having this rubber all the time. So why now we are doing it right now? Why? Why do we think of it now?
Because of I think is that the consumption of the rubber should be more over around the world, not only in Thailand, but also around the world. For example, in China, they reduce economic scale, something like that. That should be the problem from not only in Thailand, but around the world. That's why if you have the researcher in Thailand, we directly target to the problem, to this situation that's good for using. I mean that to making about the supply from the demand in Thailand, in rubber in Thailand. If you use it in our country, that's better way to send and transportation. We have a lot of cost to export something like that.
Thailand is having a very good and lucky at the moment because we have researchers, quite a number of researchers to think about to bring in our local product into something.
There are a lot of researchers, but the researcher did just straight in, I mean that in the real thing, they should be just only just pick up in somewhere, some journal, something like that. But for the researcher that not to go in deep in the economic impact and the real thing for using. This is the most interesting, right?
Very interesting. But let's come back to this para-rubber. So how long has the researcher teams has been working on this para-rubber soil cement?
Our team is start up from 1.5 years ago. That should be consists of, you know that but for me, I'm material engineering.
Oh yes.
But when we using about the technology like that, they not only consist of material engineering, but they also using about the civil engineering and the researcher and engineer of the how to make the road for the road engineering, something like that. That's why we merge it together to combine them and using about the para or natural rubber in the just like the name of the I mean that the real name is the natural rubber, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Natural. Yes.
1.5 years ago.
So we have to come back to this because you have, as you have seen here,
Yeah.
this is supposed to be that we are talking about from the rubber, the cement and all. Can you explain totally how does it work?
Okay.
What is it?
First of all,
yes.
may I explain about a little bit about right now?
Yes, sir.
The technology from now it should be making about the para rubber and merge it asphalt. Something
With
like
asphalt,
that.
yes.
We merge it and we making it another people for using in Thailand, in another country. But you know that when we put it in the asphalt, there should be 5% only.
Only?
Yes,
But
in the
actually,
surface
at
only.
the moment,
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
At the moment, asphalt how much?
5%.
5%?
Yes, 5%
Okay.
from the surface.
All right.
That's very thin.
Okay.
Yes, that's why my thing of my mind is there should be how to increase the consumption of the rubber, of para rubber.
Very good.
That's why we thinking about another surface. I mean that when the road will be destructured, they destructure from the
depth?
behind to go to depth, not the surface. The surface is very strong, something like that, just like the sticky. But in Thailand, we have the soil with it, including about the moisture or the water inside it. That's why for the surface, there's no problem.
Okay. But
I think this is necessary to design about the bed of the road.
okay.
For the base of the road, that consists of a lot of just like the thicker. I mean that the thinner, the thicker of the para rubber should be higher than the surface.
Then the surface. Yeah.
That's why the consumption of the para rubber that should be higher.
Oh, okay. Very good.
And first of all, take a look for the model.
Doctor,
Yeah.
let me. I'm a layman. I do not know much of road
Okay.
construction and all
I'm so
that.
sorry.
So no. Let me tell you, in making a road, a good road,
Yeah.
you must have sub-base,
Base.
and then
And
para rubber,
Yeah.
and then the asphalt.
This depends on using. If you're using
You don't
on
have
the
to use also.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're using in the rural road for the country, something like that, they're using the surface from the para rubber soil cement. That's okay. That's no dust. That stronger protect about the moisture or something
Without
like
the
that.
asphalt.
Right,
Oh,
right,
okay,
right. It
okay.
depends on design.
Designing.
Yeah. If you design to the city, that should be okay for making asphalt from the
Okay.
surface.
All right.
But it's not
So-
necessary for the rural.
Okay. So not necessary. So that's good because so mainly so we have until here sub base, base, and para rubber.
That's
done.
already.
That's all.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So until today, how so can you finish that? Can you explain that?
A little bit.
Yes, please,
I show you
please,
this.
please.
This is the normally of the road. There should be sub base and should be asphalt.
Asphalt
for the
yes.
surface.
Okay.
In the normal
Uh-huh.
base, it come from not only in
is-
soil,
yes.
just only stone, it's smaller stones and grading together and compact.
Oh, okay.
But right now, if you're using about the para rubber soil cement, it's not necessary. They just like only one layer, and this is
surface.
the background only.
Okay.
Just only.
That is
We have
good.
only two surface.
That means so safety. So
Right.
Only safety and
Right.
so safe of the money and energy.
They
So that-
not only in save in the cost of
cost.
making, but they also for the process in the road. When you're making, you're using about the general instrument, something like that, the machine of the general, and the rapidly for working that should be normally when we using when we making about 1 kilometer of the road for the asphalt, something like that, we spend 3 or 4 day to making for 1 kilometer. But for
Get it dried.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for para rubber, there should be only 1 day to
There
done.
should be means it is.
Yeah.
It is 1 day.
Yeah, only 1 day.
Oh, I was about to ask you this because this is very important because it's dry
Yeah,
up is
it's
important.
not only save in the cost of operate, but they also save in the cost of material also.
How about it looks like so flat and slippery? Wouldn't it be slippery to walk on,
Not
to
slippery
run on?
because of when we go to the material engineering, they are not using about only rubber, but they're using about only they're using about soil and cement.
Add it up. with
Yes,
this.
yes.
I see.
Let's take
So
a look.
Can we
this.
have a look? Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yes, can you looking for this? This is just like the small sand
what
and
is
the cement and the rubber together.
Okay.
That's why the
Oh, that's
mechanism.
already done.
The mechanism of making them, this is depend on how to join between cement and soil for this. The cement and soil is merged together and combined with the thin layer of the rubber to linking between them. That's why the density of the road that should be okay and waterproof should be takes an advantages.
As been comparing with the traditional road, if we use
Yeah.
the asphalt so much, and what at the presently now, the one that you're introducing,
Yeah.
the pricing,
It depends on your design.
you said-
If you decide it, we have the surface. This
then
should be
another
equal.
additional.
But if you're using about this is surface only, that is very low cost. It will compare in asphalt and concrete, something like that.
And this will be changing from the rest of the whole country. It has to be changed, or it has to be new road. What I mean is, if you have the road already,
Yeah.
and you wanted to have a para,
Yeah.
cement,
Yeah.
it has to be taken out or just over it,
This,
just cover it.
both of them.
Okay, we done both.
Yeah,
Okay.
we done both. The next thing is that very interesting because of when we fix about the surface detachment, something like that. Right now, it should be just like we try to a little bit ply in the road. You understand what I mean, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Topping
If-
it, you mean?
Yeah,
Topping
yeah.
it. Uh-huh.
Right now, the technology that should be improved about the property to fix them.
Okay.
Because of right now, I go ahead to mix about the old surface and para rubber
Topping it.
and cement.
Okay.
We try to mix it together,
Okay.
and then we making again to the new surface.
Oh,
They just like the
interesting.
recycling.
Recycling.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is the keyword.
interesting.
I think that should be the newest technology to using in Thailand road. It's easy, rapidly, and should be cheaper.
And this is just a plan, or it's already done?
Right now, it should be in the lab, and
It's in a lab only,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That should be the good.
But
of
you
the-
haven't have any road done by this.
We
not done
try
yet.
to making
Not yet.
because of we have a
Very
lot
interesting.
of the
Rubber.
sponsors, something
Sponsor.
like
Oh,
that.
very
Right.
good. Congratulations. Oh well. So how is the King Mongkut University involved with this project?
Of course, for firstly, in the lab, that should be okay. I have the master student, I have the PhD student to making them, but in the field, there should be increase about the scale of the lab to the road, right? That should be necessary for the budget. King Mongkut University of Technology, North Bangkok, supply them.
Oh.
About 80,000.
Uh-huh.
800,000
uh-huh.
to support it first. But right now it should be okay. A lot of companies should be gonna join to this project because of the project should be highly impact in Thailand.
Yes, because as you said, it's such a good news for the rubber plantation.
Right.
You know, for them to have something like this, and the Thai people can think of it. We should have done it long back.
I think so. I think sometimes the researcher just like the thinking and just like the writing. But in my mind, it should be go to the farmer and how let's take a look about the problem. If you have the problem to first just like topic of the research. If you're using about the problem for the topic of the research, you go straight on. And in the final, if you complete them, they should be just like to using the real thing. I mean that like that. You know that how about the supply of the rubber?
Yes.
This is very interesting, just like the keyword in this work. Because of when I'm making 1 kilometer of road, I consume about 10,000 or 12,000 tons of the rubber.
Okay.
That should be a lot of them. And
So,
do you know that in my opinion, I using about the fresh
the fresh rubber. Okay.
the fresh rubber to make it in the solution, the other ingredient, for example, about the synthetic polymer and for anti-oxidation, anti-UV, anti-corrosion, something like that, and make it together. In my mind, I think is the people, the farmer, should be collect about the rubber and send to the co-op.
That's a should be co-op.
Right. And co-op is collects everything. If you have the consumption enough, go to the road in the rural. This is the cycle loop of using. The farmer should be win because of chicken sale.
In fact, it's a win-win situation.
Right,
I think.
right,
It's
right,
win-win.
right.
Because when you said the co-op, at the moment they're doing with the co-op already.
Right.
At the moment. So I want to ask you, because what I'm experienced is when they cut, when they what do you call it, when they extract,
extract
the liquid to come down,
Yeah.
the rubber.
Yeah.
This rubber, it should be right away to be used. It can be kept for some time. Sometimes they're even hanging for a dry up. If it can be used or any kind of thing, any kind of rubber?
This is a good question because of in the way of using about the para rubber, we have two choice.
Okay.
The firstly should be we call it latex, just like the water.
Okay.
And the next thing should be the dry rubber. The dry rubber, it should be keep it 1 year or 2 years.
Okay.
That's okay. And they can use in some industry, something like that, for the tire of the road, for
Yes.
the vehicle, something like that. But I focus on the fresh, just like the latex, the fresh latex.
Latex. Okay. It had to be fresh.
Yes, but in my research, it not stop right.
Okay.
In the other thing is that right now we try to making from the dry rubber, just like the Formula 1 and Formula 2, something like that. To using it, try it, both of them.
Listening to you, I'm so excited actually, because you know, it's something very, very good to our country. And how about how is the government response to this new way of thinking and how to do this potential of this material?
Not only news in reporter, but they also about the other people to visit in my lab. For example, 3 weeks ago, the deputy of Prime Minister, Dr. Visanu Krungam, joined with me, and I will be presented about this research, and I will be explain about how to making something like that. He is very interesting,
Yes,
and
of course.
he said that you're gonna join with the government to support it.
He or you? You mean doctor?
They mean me.
You're invited to be minister.
Right,
You
right,
mean?
right. Oh, sorry. For I think I heard that right now it should be for the next week. I'm gonna go to the government to brief and to explain about how to working.
Oh, very good, very good.
Yeah.
That shows the interest of the government
Right.
to see, because this is something which is very unique, and bring it to use instead of just throwing away or into waste.
You know that King Mongkut University of Technology, North Bangkok. This is the government of government university. That's the mission of them. This is we try to making about the innovation and technology, and we will be expand. Not, I think it's not only in Thailand,
Okay.
but they also the problem
course.
in the Asian country.
Especially Southeast Asian.
Right,
Because the
right.
road at the moment in our neighbors, we could
Right.
see that they need
Right,
a lot
right.
of improvement for that.
Right. Think in your mind, if you using the bucket to making the road only 1 kilometer, but
Right.
when you making about para rubber soil cement, you making 2 kilometer.
Oh, that is good.
Yes,
So I can call it a kind of alternative material
Right.
on construction.
right,
Yeah.
right, right. Because of not only about the compressive strength that's improved, but they also the waterproof
Waterproof.
property.
That is so good.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, our time is up. So you have to come back.
Yeah.
Doctor, when you discuss and any progress on your work, we need to know, because this is not only good for the country of Thailand, our neighbors, but to the rest of the world.
Right.
Because you can cut off certain pricing and everything, and everybody seems to have good road,
Right.
connecting road.
Yeah,
So
right.
thank you very much.
Especially for the rural.
Yes.
This
especially-
is project for the rural.
Yes,
This is
exactly.
first priority.
Exactly. So please do come back again. Thank you very much for being here. So
Thank you.
You are watching Thailand Today. We have heard from Assistant Professor Dr. Rapeephun Dangtungee, King's Mongkut University of Technology, North Bangkok, about para rubber soil cement. His team of researchers has discovered this new rubber-based material that is provable to be ideal for road construction. So this will come as a silver lining for local rubber growers and rubber industry too. Thank you for watching Thailand Today. I'm Kusuma Yotha Samut. Hope to see you again, same place, same time. Swadika.